What if I told you there's a scientifically proven way to completely disarm rude comments, backhanded compliments, and public put-downs without getting angry, without looking weak, and without even needing to come up with a clever response? We've all experienced that gut-wrenching moment. Someone throws a verbal jab your way in front of others. Your throat tightens, your palms get sweaty, your mind races but comes up empty. Then, hours later when you're alone, suddenly the perfect words come to you. But here's the life-changing truth. The most powerful response isn't about what you say, it's about what you don't say. And today, I'm going to teach you a psychological tactic so effective that it transformed my worst workplace enemy into one of my strongest supporters in less than a minute. Let me take you back to a moment that changed everything for me. Last year, I was at an industry conference, presenting a project I'd spent 6 months developing. Just as I finished explaining my work to a small group, a colleague, let's call him David, walked up with that smirk I'd come to dread. In front of everyone, he said loud enough for nearby groups to hear, "Cute little project. I guess even the smallest contributions matter, right?" The group got quiet. A few people chuckled nervously. My face burned with embarrassment. In that moment, I did what most people do. I forced a laugh and made some self-deprecating joke about how it was just a side project. But inside, I felt humiliated. For weeks afterward, I avoided industry events. I second-guessed my abilities. I even considered switching careers. That's when I discovered something fascinating about human psychology that completely changed how I handle these situations. Here's the uncomfortable truth. People who make these kinds of comments don't do it to everyone. They specifically target people they perceive as unlikely to push back. It's not about you, it's about their own insecurities. By putting others down, they're trying to lift themselves up. A Harvard study found that people who respond to put-downs with calm confidence receive 42% fewer negative comments over time compared to those who either retaliate or stay silent. Why? Because bullies thrive on reaction, whether it's anger or embarrassment. When you deny them that reaction, you take away their power. Let me share the 3 most common but completely ineffective ways people respond to these situations. First, there's the nervous laugh. You know this one. When someone insults you and you laugh along like it's funny, even though inside you're dying, what you're actually communicating is, "You're right, I am ridiculous." Each time you do this, you're training them to treat you this way. Second is the over-explanation trap. Actually, if you look at the data, now you're debating your worth on their terms. The more you justify yourself, the more power you give their insult. Third is the frozen silence. You say nothing. They win, and you spend the next month replaying the moment in your head. Now here's what happened when I saw David again 3 months later at another event. He tried the same tactic. Back for more punishment? That's brave. This time, I did something completely different. I paused for exactly 2 seconds, just long enough to create tension. Then I made direct eye contact while giving a small, knowing smile. Not a nervous grin, but the kind of smile you'd give a child who just told you an obvious lie. Then, I said nothing, just continued looking at him with quiet amusement. After about 4 seconds of silence, which feels like an eternity in these situations, he actually started backtracking. "I mean, your last project wasn't bad, it just..." That's when I casually turned to the person next to me and started a new conversation, as if nothing had happened. Here's why this works on a psychological level. The pause creates discomfort, but the discomfort is all theirs. The eye contact establishes dominance without aggression. The smile communicates you're not affected. The silence forces them to sit with their own rudeness. When I started using this technique consistently, something remarkable happened. Not only did the comments stop, but David actually started being helpful. He'd volunteer useful information in meetings. He'd credit my work to others. Within 6 months, we were collaborating on projects. This isn't just about handling rude comments, it's about fundamentally changing how people perceive and treat you. When you respond with unshakable calm, you communicate that you're not someone to be messed with, while also giving the other person an opportunity to change their behavior without losing face. Here's your exact action plan for the next time someone tries to embarrass you. First, take a deep breath before responding. This creates that crucial pause. Second, make direct eye contact, not aggressive but steady and confident. Third, give a small, closed-mouth smile, the kind that says, "I see what you're doing." Fourth, and this is the most powerful part, say nothing. Let the silence do the work for you. Finally, when the moment passes, casually continue the conversation or excuse yourself. The beauty of this technique is that it works in every situation, whether it's a snarky coworker, a critical family member, or even an internet troll. I want you to try this in the next week. The first time might feel uncomfortable, but I promise you'll be amazed at the results. And when you see how quickly people back down, you'll realize something profound. True confidence isn't about having the perfect comeback. It's about being so secure in yourself that no insult can shake you. When you reach that point, you'll find that people stop trying to put you down altogether. If you're ready to transform how people treat you, drop the word confidence in the comments below. And if you want more psychological strategies for handling difficult people, be sure to subscribe. I release new videos every week. Remember, the most powerful response is often no response at all. See you in the next video.